Hello everyone, today's topic is regarding the role of genetics and the role of science in the world of fitness. How science and genetics they can affect your fitness level, till what extent science can help you in the world of fitness. Today's video is all regarding genetics and science. People come to me, they say, what's the use of science? Why we should apply science? We just want to remain fit, why we should apply science? I will answer their question. I will answer this question, why we should apply science and what is the role of genetics now, with the help of an example. Now in this example, there are two scenarios. I will talk about the first scenario now. In the first scenario, there are two athletes. One is a Chinese athlete, other one is African athlete. They both are preparing for a marathon competition. The Chinese athlete and the African athlete, they both are preparing for the marathon competition. Now the Chinese athlete, he is getting the help of science. He's getting the best nutrition possible. He's getting the latest technology aids. He's training under the help of best scientists in the world. He's getting, in a nutshell, he's getting the help of science. He's getting the best help in the world, which is possible for an athlete. While on the other hand, the African athlete, his condition is really pathetic. Why? Because he's training in a jungle. He's not getting any help of science. He's not getting any food to eat, no proper food to eat, no drinking water. He's running bare feet. His condition is really pathetic. No food, no drinking water, running bare feet. He hardly gets anything to eat. He hardly gets any proper drinking water to have. And he's just training like a hunter, which in the prehistoric times, what the hunters used to do, he's training like that. But what happens on the day of competition? What happens on the day of competition? In spite of the fact, the Chinese athlete, he was getting the best nutrition possible, he was getting the best rest possible, he was getting the latest technology help, he was getting the guidance of the best scientists in the world. But still, what happens on the day of competition? Can you people guess? Yes, the result is that the African athlete wins the marathon by 10 minutes. Now you know what people will say, science is all shit. Everything is predestined. Everything is predestined. The African athlete, his past life karmas were excellent. That's the reason he won. That's how people, those who don't believe in science, they will say this. But wait for a second. Let's come to the second scenario of my example. In the second scenario, what's happening now? The positions of the two athletes, they are now interchanged. Now African athlete, he's in the place of Chinese athlete. Now he's getting the help of science now. He's getting the best nutrition, he's getting the best rest possible, he's getting the help of the best scientists in the world. And now the Chinese athlete, his condition is very pathetic. Now he's training under very hard circumstances. No drinking water, no proper food to eat, running bare feet, no proper rest, no proper sleep. Now what happens on the day of competition? On the day of competition now, it's very easy to guess. Obviously, African athlete won. But now this time, the African athlete, he wins by 30 minutes. In the first scenario, he was winning by 10 minutes. In the second scenario, he's winning by 30 minutes. So now, what science is doing for this African athlete? Science is taking this African athlete to the maximum of his genetic potential. What science is doing now? Science is taking this African athlete to the maximum of his genetic potential. So guys, science is not shit. Science is not waste. What science can do? Science can give you much safer and much faster results. It can take you to the maximum of your genetic potential. What science does? What science is doing for this African athlete? He already had the genetics to win marathon. But when he was training without taking the help of science, he win only by 10 minutes because he was not at the maximum of his genetic potential. In the second scenario, science took him to the maximum of his genetic potential. Now in this case, he won by 30 minutes. He is winning in both the condition, but in the first scenario, in the second scenario, the difference is huge. It's the difference of 20 minutes. What science did for him? Science took that person to the maximum of his genetic potential. Science cannot take you beyond your genetic potential. Science cannot transcend your genetic potential. It can take you to the maximum of the genetic potential, and this is also In fact, in itself, it's a big thing. To reach your genetic potential, it's a big thing. You know, even there are certain people who come to me and say that Arnold never followed any science. There are certain national level bodybuilders or athletes in the past, they never followed any science. People give me this argument, you know. But the thing is this, if all the national level athletes and any bodybuilder, if they would have followed science, if Arnold would have followed science, he would have outperformed his competitors with a much bigger difference than he did at that time. No doubt Arnold is a great bodybuilder, I respect him. But the thing is this, when it comes to science, if he didn't follow science, if he would have followed science, if Arnold would have followed science, he would have outperformed his competitor with a much bigger difference. So guys, this was my stand on science, the role of science, why we should apply science. We should apply science because science gives us much safer and much faster results. It gives us tremendous results, faster results, safer results in a short span of time. So this was all about science, role of genetics and everything. In my next video, I am going to cover regarding fats. Are fats good or they are enemy? They are always termed as villains. They are always termed as enemies. We always hate fats, but that's not the reality. It's only a one side of the coin. We haven't seen the other side of coin yet. In my next video, I'm going to tell you about good fats also. So if you're new to my channel, then subscribe above. Wait till my next video. Till the time, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.